Anil Ambani is one of the India's renowned business tycoons. From being one of the richest Indians to almost facing a jail term for overriding debt, his life has seen an interesting arc through the years. In 2008, Anil Ambani was the sixth richest person in the world according to the Forbes, with a wealth of $42 billion. 12 years down the line, the brother of Mukesh Ambani has pleaded poverty to a London court, claiming that his net worth is zero. So before starting this video, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel. That gives me a motivation to make such videos. So without any further delay, let's start the video. This video will be divided into three parts. The first part is the Ambani split or demerger. The second part is the downfall of Anil Ambani. And third part is reasons for Anil Ambani's failure. Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of Reliance Industries, died in 2002 after suffering a massive stroke. The patriarch hadn't left a will, and his elder son Mukesh Ambani became chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries Limited, while his younger son Anil Ambani was made vice chairman. However, trouble began brewing between the brothers. In an interview with CNBC TV 18, Mukesh Ambani admitted that the brother disagreed on the running of Ambani Group. He said, "Well, there are issues which are ownership issues. These are in the private domain. As far as Reliance is concerned, it's a very strong and professional company." At that time, the Ambanis had 46.67% stake in Reliance Industries Limited. The public had 13.48%, whereas foreign institutional investor had 22.85% stake in Reliance Industries Limited. June 2005, their mother Kokilaben intervenes and splits Reliance Group into two. The Ambani brothers settled their dispute after their mother Kokilaben intervened and arranged demerger on December 2005. The Bombay High Court approved the demerger for Reliance Industries shareholders after it was accepted by the Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange. Mukesh Ambani got Reliance Industries and Petrochemicals, while Anil was given control of Reliance Infocom, Reliance Energy and Reliance Capital. They also signed a non-compete clause until 2010. Reliance Communications, Reliance Power, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infrastructure, Reliance Naval and Reliance Home Finance are the businesses run by Anil Ambani's Reliance Group. According to the report, Anil really wanted the telecom business, which at the time was an industry with immense promise and scope of growth. Reliance Communication was the most promising business Anil took over. Reports say that when Reliance Communication started as Reliance Infocom in 2002, it chose the CDMA Code Division Multiple Access Platform, which was then an emerging technology. However, rivals such as Airtel were using the GSM Global System for Mobile Communications. As the telecom industry grew, Reliance was at a disadvantage with CDMA technology, since it only supported 2G and 3G. When 4G came, Reliance Communications lost out. Adding to its woes over the years, competition in the telecom industry intensified, with various players vying for more subscribers with lower prices. In a bid to stay in the game, Anil kept borrowing to grow and expand the business. Telecom is a capital-intensive business, and over the years, the industry was hit with price wars and falling profitability, and Reliance Communications was no exception. As Anil kept trying to grow the business aggressively, the need for investments went up, which meant he was borrowing more. This included network expansion, entering various deals, and even setting up a sister company for undersea cable network. The final nail in the coffin was his brother's entry into the telecom business. After the non-compete clause ended in 2010, Mukesh acquired Infotel Broadband, making into the telecom business. In 2016, he took the industry by storm with the launch of Reliance Jio Infocom, which sounded the death knell not just for Reliance Communications but for the entire telecom industry. On 14th September 2016, Reliance Communication and Aircel announced the merger of their mobile network operations. Following the merger, the joint entity was expected to become India's fourth largest telecom operator in terms of consumer base and revenues. But that didn't last long. Reliance Communication opts out merger with Aircel. The reason is uncertain, but they stated legal and regulatory uncertainties and various interventions by vested interests have caused inordinate delays in for the proposed transactions. In May 2019, Reliance Capital exited the mutual fund business by selling its entire stake in Reliance Nippon Life Asset Management Limited. Reliance Infrastructure and Power business have not been doing well either. Both companies have been defaulting on loans. Meanwhile, reports suggest that the Adani Group also acquired the Mumbai electricity distribution business from the Reliance Infrastructure in 2017. As per reports, Reliance Infra had a debt of 148 billion as of September 2019. As on December 31st, 2019, Anil Ambani Group companies including Reliance Communications, Reliance Naval and Engineering, Reliance Infra and Reliance Power defaulted on loans worth over 43,800 crores. In January 2020, Reliance Naval and Engineering was admitted for insolvency proceedings by the Ahmedabad bench of NCLT. This came after the company defaulted on dues to IDBI Bank. According to the report, Reliance Naval has 9,492 crore in loans for the IDBI Bank. Reliance Communication Undersea Cable Company GCX also filed for bankruptcy protection in a court in Delaware in US. Anil Ambani goats Reliance Communications, Reliance Power and Reliance Capital from the demerger of Reliance Group. All these have great growth potential in the future. He took heavy loans to buy big power plants. They invested in a lot of power projects. They showed improper aggressiveness towards power business. The power industry faces some difficulties and they are unable to handle these difficulties and their debts are raised. While they also took heavy loans to run and grow Reliance Communications, but they faced intense competition in the telecom industry. The situation gone very bad when Jio entered the market and lots of customer base shifted to Jio from Reliance Communications. Due to all this, their business is not growing so much and they need more cases to survive in this venture. As a result, in 2019, Reliance Communication had to declare bankruptcy. The other reasons for failure is wrong diversification. He diversified its business wrongly. They did not focus on a particular business and led that business to success. They wrongly invested in new business and took a loan to start this business. All the businesses in which they entered are capital intensive and they don't have the capital to invest in businesses. Their debts are already high and their businesses are also declining. This is the reason why his telecom business shut down and other businesses are struggling. Overall, while Mukesh Ambani has gone on to become richest man in Asia, brother Anil is drowning in the mounting debts, payment defaults and legal battles. In February 2020, Anil Ambani was locked in a legal battle with 3 Chinese banks. He was asked to set aside 100 million by the court, which led him to make the statement that his net worth is currently zero. After considering his liabilities, the dispute still rages on with the UK court ordering him to pay 3 Chinese banks to the tune of 716 millions. This riches to rags story will be remembered for ages, I think. I hope this video is informative. If yes, then please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching the video.